Been in Israel for 25 years. In the first 6 years in Israel, I worked for a private company, and since 1988 I've been in public practice. The topic of discussion is starting a business in Israel. Just like in America or Canada, the various forms of business in this country are being a self-employed individual, doing it via a company, doing it via a partnership if you're dealing with more than one individual. And in some cases you may actually want to operate certain kinds of businesses such as schools as a non-for-profit entity. The first thing you have to do is to actually, other than being a self-employed person, is to create the entity, either a company or a non-for-profit. And for this you need an attorney who will create the entity for you. And once you have that, you then have to start the process of registering your business. Certain businesses must have licenses to practice, such as doctors and lawyers. And every business in Israel must be registered with a taxing authority. In America, you go to your accountant and you say, I want to start a business, what do I have to do? He usually says, all right, go out and start your business, keep all your receipts, put them in a shoebox, and at the end of the year, give me the shoebox. Today, he might say, put it into Excel spreadsheet or QuickBooks, something like that. And you give it to him at the end of the year, he plugs it into a tax return, and that's the end of the story. In Israel, you can't do that. You cannot start a business and accept one grosh of income in this country if you don't have a file with the VAT authorities. That's the value-added tax authorities. Value-added tax is something similar to the American sales tax or the Canadian GST, but it's more extensive. VAT is taken at every single level until it gets to the final consumer. And you must have a VAT file which either exempts you from having to collect VAT from your customers or your clients, and you must have income below 70,000 shekels a year in order to qualify for that, or you must be a recognized dealer, which then allows you to collect the VAT, which you must pay over to the government authorities. In addition, you immediately after registering with the VAT authority, you must have open up an income tax file, and you must also register with the National Insurance Office. Most of us are used to having a Social Security card from birth. In Israel, even though you do have an ID number, you have to physically go in and let people know that you're going to start a business and fill out the proper papers. It is possible to do many of these things on your own. However, we don't suggest that you try to do it on your own. The old expression, kids, don't try to do this at home by yourself. You really should at least get advice initially from a certified public accountant or a tax consultant before you venture to start your own business. In most cases, these firms will help you fill out the paperwork and will even go in and open up the various different files for you.